This life is weird, for real. And everything we are doing in this life is actually a doctrine, you know. From giving birth to us, we going to school, going to church, going to work, and doing all these things on a repeat till the day we die. It's just like we have been trapped in a system. Everything is just being systematic, like repeating himself countless times, and this thing has been happening for centuries, you know. And whenever you start thinking out of the box and saying things how you should be and think critically, people out there will be looking at you as if you are a bad omen to them. You are being the bad egg. See, if you have watched Idiocracy, you will understand what I'm saying. You get? People do not actually like overthinkers, and overthinkers are actually bad business to people. See, I've been observing things for a very long time now. Today is 20th of July, 2025, being on Sunday, and I've been seeing people going to church, you know, carrying their Bible. This Bible they are carrying and the church they are going to is not actually, see, they are going to this church not because they want to go to church. Rather, they are going to church because of what they are looking for. You get? Because if a religious person actually have everything he or she has prayed for and wanted for, that person can never be in church. You can never see that person in church. Unlike there was a day a preacher was preaching to me. She was preaching to me heavily, you know. I don't want to insult her or dismiss her or something like that, but I wanted to have an interaction with her. So she was preaching to me and all that, and I asked her one question, which ended in silence, and I walked away. I asked her, my dear, if you have ever had everything you have prayed for, that kind of money you ever wanted, the cars, the house, the good husband you wanted, and the good children you ever wanted, and a good flourishing business, will you still be going to the street and be preaching with this Bible? Tell yourself the honest truth. She kept so quiet. She couldn't say anything anymore. I just stood up and left. See, why I say the truths are being hidden in plain sight is, even in the Bible, in the book of Psalm 27, verse 2 says that it is useless for you to work so hard in life, getting up early and going to bed late. For the Lord provides for those he loves, even while they are asleep. Ask yourself this question, is it not concerning? Must you beg in penury before you have been given what you wanted, what you even want, what should be your birthright? Since they call you all children of God, what you all have as a birthright, must you beg in penury before all those stuffs will be given to you? Let me also read this verse for you again. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 19 says that a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Ask yourself this question: why did the Bible become so specific about this book of Ecclesiastes 10:19? Why did the Bible talk about the money and was so specific about it? This thing is all about common sense, but yet this sense is not common. See, you might go to the church and the pastor, the so-called pastor, will be preaching to you and be telling you that money is the root of all evil. He is impacting that knowledge in you because he knows that once he starts telling you that, you will be channeling the money to him, because church is an organization that at the end of the day, the pastor and their cabinet earns from it. If it is not profitable, there will be no church standing. I've seen a lot of churches who lacks members that has fallen today. Why? Because there is no members. Members are like investors. If there's no investors in the church, there's no way that church can proceed in being in existence. I don't know if I'm communicating here. It is very, very easy. But, as I'm saying this right now, someone who is religious, I see people who are religious as people who do not use their upper, because people who are so religious, before they enter the church, their brain will be removed and you enter empty skull. Like, I don't even know how to place them, but this is my observation. You get, I've observed this, and I've been observing, and I still have a lot to say. Even people who are telling you that, yes, you have a spiritual problem, that you pray for divine connections, telling you all sorts of things. Listen, let me tell you something. If you're a poor person, if you are poor, you are suffering from abject poverty, or you had a business which collapsed. One is that business that collapsed had nothing like something called spiritual problem on it. Why that business collapsed was because you mismanaged it. Yes, you mismanaged your business. That is why your business collapsed. And if you are not getting any connection or favors from people, why? Is because you are nothing but a poor person. Poor people hardly get connections from rich people. Rich people see you as useless people, or probably someone that is meant to be used and to be dumped. Maybe you have had one or two encounters with a rich person who has something to offer. If you get, he used you in gaining one or two that could benefit him more than he dished you out, because you are no more useful to him. That is how it is. But if you have money, with that money you have, unlike the Bible mentioned in the book of Ecclesiastes 10:19, money answers all things. With that money you have, you enter a lot of offices, you close a lot of deals because you have money. People will love to mingle with you. People will love to be around you because of what they could get from you. It is not because of you, but that's money. That is the kind of things it comes with. You understand? If you are famous, you are powerful, or you have money. That is how it works. You get nothing like. See, I remember when my mom was telling me something about spirituality. I'm like, my son, you have spiritual problem. You need to be cleansed. You need to be delivered. I'm like, Mom, listen. The problem I'm having right now is nothing but money. If I had that money, people will be falling around me. You understand? The world will be revolving around me. That is how it works. Poor people always think that everything that happens to them is spiritual. No, it is not spiritual. Things that happen around you is because of what? You do not have money. With money comes connection, fame, and more wealth, even power. You understand? That's how it is. So stop thinking that. See, as what I say from the beginning, people who goes to the church are going to the church not because of they want to go to the church. They are going to the church because of what God, the pastor, have been telling them what God could do for them. You get? It is still crazy. If that God is really in existence, doesn't the God that claims that he knows everything about you, why will he now be channeling his messages to a third party who is the pastor to pass through you? It is crazy. Do you know better he comes through? Doesn't he have your phone number, or doesn't he know your house address, or doesn't he sees you? He can appear in any form and pass a message to you. I mean, it is crazy, but that's the truth. Peace and love.